The silence is nothing new. What is unusual is the presence of the woman standing at the reception desk. She wears a long sweeping cloak with the hood covering her face, successfully concealing her identity to all but a few. The librarian steps out from the back room, almost dropping her book in surprise as she instantly recognizes the figure. "Head librarian," she greets cautiously.
"It's been a while, Calypso,"
the woman responds. "You rarely leave headquarters," Calypso comments.
"Well, this is a matter of great importance. I need to ensure that our interests are being protected,"
the head librarian responds. "You know very well that they are," Calypso says. The head librarian ignores her and continues speaking.
"The library would like for you and Eurus to continue to look out for certain individuals who fit the following profile."
As she speaks, she takes out a scroll from somewhere within her cloak and holds it out for Calypso to take. "Of course," Eurus immediately responds, silently flying down from the ceiling to land gracefully on the reception desk, keeping their head bowed low in reverence. "Of course," Calypso murmurs immediately after, dipping her head in a similar gesture. The head librarian simply nods, warns,
"Do not fail us,"
and then she disappears with just the quietest whisper. And then, everything is silent again, as it should be. Calypso stares at the scroll in her hands for a moment, before finally breaking the seal on it. A shimmer of magic flows through the scroll, revealing its contents. Spelled so that only the intended recipient may access the information within. This technique is exclusive to librarians, and no other magician has been able to successfully replicate it to this extent. As she takes in the information on the page, her face pales. Concerned, Eurus peers over to read the contents as well, and they too pale.
"Immediately remove all specific materials pertaining to the aforementioned list from the Arcadia Academy branch, and make note of those who seek such information."
And then, in smaller print underneath, there are two lists, one of topics and one of names.
Topics: Category: Origins of Magic. Category: The Underworld. Organization: Hades Last. Discipline: Traveler. Discipline: The Urge. Individuals of particular interest: Rose Marie Hawthorne, Cassandra O'Reedy, James Reed.
Calypso does not know why, but a feeling of dread settles over her. She immediately heads over to the sections mentioned, mentally cataloging what resources have been checked out from those sections so that she and Eurus can retrieve them as soon as possible. They cannot immediately demand those resources back, lest suspicion arise. They can only make note of what is currently checked out and monitor the borrowers. As far as Calypso knows, it has been a long time since the library has implemented this particular protocol. Although it is not specifically stated, she recognizes it for what it is, a measure of protection for both the resources the library guards, as well as these specific individuals. Something is going to happen soon, and she gets the feeling that whatever it is, it will affect everyone. Welcome to Arcadia Academy, the elite school for magicians. Here, we teach our students to prepare for battle like Athena, but fight like Ares. All of our students have the opportunity to learn battle magic should they choose. But remember, great magic requires sacrifice. Hi guys, and welcome to Arcadia Academy. I'm Kelly, your DM for this campaign. Joining me today are Betty, who plays Cassandra.
Hello.
Cecil, who plays John Baptiste.
Welcome.
Caleb, who plays James.
Hello, hello.
Logan, who plays Demetrius.
Everyone.
Nick, who plays Alex.
What's up?
And occasionally we'll be graced by Rosie, our resident Catdragon. So, when we last left off, you guys had an interesting evening, especially Cassandra, who was almost kidnapped by an unknown force.
Because Kelly's mean and picks on me. So sad.
You guys learned or received materials for the next stage of your battle magic learning. You guys finished your second week of classes, and you guys finally got to visit Olympia Village. And we are continuing right where we left off. So, you guys are more or less slack-jawed, staring at this approaching creature in front of you. You've heard that his name is Mayor Aldrich.
Ooh, would I be able to recognize the type of creature from literature or
Possibly. You can roll me a check for it, and I'll let you argue which one.
can it be a religion check?
Why would it be a
You
religion
know what?
check based on literature?
You're right. History?
Okay,
Let's see about a history check.
sure.
I do one too.
14?
9.
Okay, so Cassandra, you don't quite recognize it. Alex, you think that this is a sphinx, that Mayor Aldrich is a sphinx. You may have read about it from like Harry Potter or just a general book on mythology. Okay, so Mayor Aldrich approaches you guys. He's very boisterous and he's smiling, but I guess it looks a little scary because you guys have never met a sphinx in real life. You guys all feel like, how are you guys feeling right now? After your mentors revealed to you that, hey, this is our version of hazing. What's up?
Alex is kind of just stunned, not knowing how to react. How is everyone else reacting?
Yeah, how's everyone else reacting?
Does Demetrius know about this town very well, or at least know these creatures? Since
You
he
would have
kinda
heard about it,
lives
but
it?
your parents would have probably abided by kind of the time-honored traditions of the school so that you would have like that pure experience by yourself. So they wouldn't have told you about the secret of Olympia Village, which is that a lot of the residents are not quite human.
So I don't typically see a lot of.
You have never been to Olympia Village.
Yeah, but I that means I never seen any fantasy creatures in the past before.
You grew up in the estate, right?
Mm-hmm.
So probably not.
Okay.
Probably left the estate sometimes. Didn't just
Well, you
stay at
probably
home.
left the estate sometime, went into the city and stuff, but you've never been to Olympia Village. You
Okay.
guys are kind of feeling like almost like there's been a joke that's been played on you guys. It's not like a mean kind of joke, but it's kind of like you have to earn the right to know about the secret, and the secret is about the residents of this village. Does that make sense?
Sandra's going to be like taken aback, but like not super surprised since like all of this is new. So like, sure, there's magical creatures. Like I would be more surprised if there wasn't. So all right, sure.
John Baptiste is also kind of taken into stride as well because they don't seem as worrisome as the dead.
And as Mayor Aldrich stops before you, he says, he kind of holds up one clawed appendage and says, I have a riddle for you fledglings. Should you answer correctly, I have a most grand prize. You may put your heads together to figure this out, but you may not consult any other persons or resources besides yourselves. And only one of you may present this answer to claim the prize. If you decide to leave the village without answering, then I will take it as a pass, and you may try again with a different riddle next time. Would you like to play?
Yes. No
Yes.
hesitation. Yes.
You're saying,
No hesitation at all. Yes. So down.
okay. So he nods. Very well. I see a young magician with a thirst for knowledge and a love of puzzles. Very well, here is the riddle. 500 begins it, 500 ends it, 5 in the middle is seen. The first of all letters, the first of all numbers, take up their stations between. Put them together and you will bring before you the name of an eminent king. I'll put it in the chat.
Demetrius uses detect thoughts on the mayor to find the answer.
So when you use detect thoughts on the mayor, you're looking at surface thoughts, right?
Should be on the surface, right?
So his surface thoughts are just he's excited about you guys. He's very curious to see what this newest group of magicians will be like and how they're going to interact with the village. You don't hear his immediate thought, which would be the answer to the riddle. He's excited to see if you guys will. Demetrius, you feel like there's some sort of resistance against your detect thoughts.
It says I can probe deeper. The target must make a wisdom saving throw.
You're going to probe deeper?
Why not?
Okay, what's the save?
Probably 10.
Wait, he'll know that you're probing deeper.
He will.
If he succeeds on the save.
Hold
Sadly,
on.
there ain't anything
I'm going
I
to
can
ask
do
you
to
again,
help you
Demetrius.
here.
Are you sure you want to probe deeper?
Like, I'm pretty sure even if he succeeds or fails on the save, like no matter what, he'll know. It's just like if he fails the save, then you can probe
So,
deeper.
Demetrius, I'm asking you, are you sure you want to probe deeper?
Yes.
Okay. So, Demetrius, you attempt to probe deeper after hearing the surface thoughts. You're a little impatient. You want to know the answer. You're curious about this prize. Mayor Aldridge jumps back, looks directly at you, a little outraged. Young magician, it is quite rude to use these abilities of yours in such a manner. What a disgraceful act. You, sir, are banned from answering this riddle and from claiming the prize. If you try it again, I will introduce you to Sheriff Stone.
I had to try something.
I had clearly stated that you may not use other resources other than yourselves.
I apologize.
You are still banned from answering this round. And if you behave in a respectful manner, I will allow you to try again next time. Demetrius, as he looks at you, you get the feeling that he's dangerous and you shouldn't fuck with him. Like beneath that pinky suit that's very well tailored and very nice is still a dangerous creature.
Can I roll?
Burst the chessboard now.
Can I roll a persuasion to show how sorry I am?
You may attempt to roll persuasion to show that you're very truly sorry.
Question is he actually very truly
Is he
sorry?
really sorry? Yeah.
Yeah, so what does it look like as you're trying to persuade and show that you're truly apologetic, Demetrius?
I do a slight bow and a wisp of the hand, and I'm just like, I am so sorry, Mayor. Please forgive me.
He looks at you for a moment, sighs, and kind of inclines his head a little bit as if accepting your apology. And he says, I trust that this will not be repeated.
Of course not, sir. I do.
Very
apologize.
well. Come find me, the rest of you, if you decide to answer my riddle before the end of the day. Or before you leave. And he turns and he walks away. Demetrius, from the corner of your eye, you see Sylvie scoffing as she looks on disapprovingly.
I shrug my shoulders and smirk.
She looks super unamused. Almost like she's embarrassed on your behalf. All right, you guys. So...
riddle.
Sylvie has written it down and is just like trying to figure out, like, oh, goodness. Seems like, do we want to do the riddle now? Do you want to explore the village first?
Good question.
I kind of want to sit down with it and like figure it out, but if we want to go explore first, we can do that.
Yeah,
How do we want to spend the first major part of this session?
exactly.
And I turn to our mentors and ask them, what's in Olympia Village?
Absolutely. So Rosie's sitting down on a bench, and when you guys ask, she says, "Well, there's a lot of stuff. There's like the city hall, there's the sheriff's station, there's Penley's priceless pieces, the weapons forge, the Three Sisters Sanctuary, there's Ambrosia, there's the food court, there's a furniture store, a bookstore, a clothing store, and like a store full of vintage knickknacks. Anything you're looking for in particular?"
Oh, it's mostly shopping?
Yeah. I mean, there's a
Okay.
lot of cool stuff to check out. You don't have to buy stuff every time you come.
Fair. No, like, shopping is nice. I just to know what else there was. Okay. So, Riddle shopping first and then sit down with Riddle over food. How long are we staying?
Like all day.
Okay. Do we want to walk around first and then when we get tired and our feet hurt, we can sit down and figure out the riddle?
That sounds like a good idea.
You
Okay.
seem really interested in this riddle share.
Yes, I am. But I also know it's going to take a while.
Hmm.
Are there any rules about this place we need to know about?
Who are you talking to?
Just generally.
Don't read the mayor's mind.
Generally, it's be respectful, don't steal.
Oh,
You don't want to meet the mayor. I mean, you don't want to meet the sheriff. Well, I mean, you should meet the sheriff, but you don't want to like get arrested, probably. The big ones, be respectful. So, I mean, this village is not your home. This village has had a long-standing kind of partnership with the school. So you would imagine that any students misbehaving would either be banned from the village because they would make Arcadia Academy look bad, or there would be other consequences.
well, this is why I asked. I didn't want to get in trouble. I mean, not the wrong kind of trouble.
Okay, so where are you guys going first?
So how should we go about this? Should we go about just aimlessly walking the streets, seeing what we come across first, or do we have anywhere in particular that we should go check out?
So here's a list of the locations. If you'd like, you may decide where you go and I'll bring you there. Or I'll gesture to where it is.
John Baptiste is going to try to stick with Cassandra, but make it look like he's not trying to stick with her.
So you need to roll. I mean, I don't know. You're being subtle about it, right?
Right.
You care if Cassandra knows that you're like following her?
He's trying to not
You
be
can do a
obvious about it.
deception.
Yeah, I was gonna say roll me a deception check. Okay, so
That's a one.
Cassandra,
So
John Baptiste is just following you as you go about your way.
I'd probably be walking. Do we all want to stick together?
it's
Can I
probably best
tell
that way.
that John Baptiste is like trying to hide it and stuff, but is like being very obvious about it? Or is he just like he's following?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, like when you turn around, you notice that he's like pretending like he's not looking your way, but then you'll turn back and you'll hear footsteps behind you.
Okay. I'm gonna like put my head and be like, do you need something? What's wrong? What are you doing? Aren't you coming with us? Why are you being weird?
Why are you being weird?
I'm sorry. I didn't realize I was being obvious about it. What with things happened the other night, I just thought it might be best if the band and I kept an eye on you.
Aw.
Well, that's appreciated. Sorry, I totally forgot my Cassandra voice. That's appreciated. But you could just come with us normally. We're all sticking together. Do you want to come see some shops?
That seems obvious now that I look at it again.
All right.
Criticize the forgery.
Yeah. So, where do you guys want to go first?
Demetrius is going to the forgery.
I'm sorry, the what?
Is there
The weapons forge.
Oh, okay, could be
a good spot for us to start.
So, the weapons forge is over here. I'm trying to ping to that small green square at the top where there's a car behind it.
Oh,
And
Sorry,
then
I'm like so bad
big
at
as
this.
the big green square, small green square.
Yeah, that. So as you guys head up, you guys actually see a familiar figure. And it is Professor Walker.
Texas Ranger.
And he looks, he doesn't look surprised to see you guys, but he waves at you and says, "Hello, students. Checking out the weapons forge, eh?
yeah.
Cool." So you guys head in. He like steps aside to let you guys in. You guys walk in?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So, as you guys walk in, you guys see quite possibly the tallest person you've ever seen. He towers over the rest of the villagers. He's built like the biggest football player. He's all tan and muscular and strong. He wears safety goggles to protect his one eye, sturdy-looking work boots, and clothing that have seen better days. And as you guys walk in, you guys are greeted by sweltering heat. Like, it's fucking hot. Like, there's a clear difference in the temperature of the place.
And here I was thinking back home was hot.
So this, as you walk in, you notice that this isn't so much a store as it is a workshop. There are raw materials neatly labeled on the walls and on the shelves, and there is a glowing forge ready to melt materials down. Like, the second you step in, you feel yourself already starting to sweat. And if you stay, you're gonna need to succeed on a con save to not like pass out because it's so hot.
There's no weapons to buy there?
There's no readily available weapons to buy there.
Okay. Then I make my way out.
Okay.
Yeah, Alex does the same.
Okay, so you guys kind of like peek your heads in and then you guys like immediately walk out?
Yeah.
Okay.
Phew, that is definitely a lot hotter than I was ever going to expect. I don't know how
Weapon
anyone
shop
can work
looks
in
like
that
it's-
heat.
Well,
probably
Mike
used to
clearly
it.
does. Admittedly, I totally didn't realize that I named him Mike because he reminded me of the guy from Monsters, Inc. Until afterwards. I was like, why does Mike sound so familiar? Oh, fuck, he's that green guy.
Nick
Anyways.
Wazowski.
Yep. So, his name is Mike. He's a
just gotten real
Cyclops.
buff.
Where to next?
So the weapons store is next door, right?
Yeah, there's
You
like a
see it?
regular weapons store.
That's where I wanted to go.
Okay, so
Yeah, let's
it's
go
literally
there.
right next door. So it's filled with all sorts of regular weapons. Are you looking for anything in particular?
Well, I mean, I have my great sword, but I'll take a look at. I just want to look at their weapons.
Yeah,
See if there's
so
anything that catches my eye.
again, are you looking for anything in particular?
Sword. Just
Okay,
looking at
so you
swords.
see swords lined up against the wall. They're nothing really special. And the shop owner, as he sees you looking, he says, "Are you looking for anything in particular, my friend?
Just browsing, thank you.
If you're interested in having something custom made for you, I would recommend you discuss it with Mike next door. He is our specialty weaponsmith. He makes extremely high quality weapons. Did you know that he once apprenticed under Hephaestus centuries ago?"
Demetrius continues browsing.
Okay. So the man kind of leaves you alone. He doesn't push anything. He seems like he's used to this. What about the rest of you guys?
Sandra's trying to figure out where the bookstore is.
Okay.
She won't go yet. She'll wait until Demetrius is done in the weapon store, but like just to see, is it close by?
Sure. Bookstore is going to be here, in that green building just adjacent on the
What?
left.
This one?
Yeah.
This giant thing? Okay.
Yep.
Oh,
Well, Demetrius is done. He says goodbye to the
Then-
clerk.
And he nods politely at you and, yeah.
bookstore.
As you walk in, you notice that there's nobody there. It's a quaint little bookstore. There's little bookshelves, not as grand as the ones in the library, but they're like more standard bookshelves. They're all nothing higher than like eye level, but they are filled to the brim with all sorts of books. They're labeled by category. Some are labeled vintage or collector's editions. Are you looking for anything in particular?
Do they only have magical books there?
No, they have regular books too.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna look to see if they're selling anything about my discipline or about voids.
I'm going to tell you right now, you're not going to find that. That's like really
You're not gonna find either of them?
That's like really specialty, really rare stuff. Even if they did have it, it'd probably be really expensive. And you remember from the librarian that the research on voids is still very new. It's still being conducted.
Okay.
So you would imagine that there's probably nothing out there.
Okay.
And you also remember that a lot of people have told you that your discipline is really rare. So you
Yeah.
imagine that the materials available would be similarly rare or slim to none.
Okay. There's like nothing in like the vintage book section that looks like rare, interesting, pertaining to my discipline or voids or being a wizard in general. Are there any spell books in the vintage book section?
Roll me a percentage die.
Okay. Percentage.
Hey guys, it's Kelly. So just a quick note. For some reason, Craig did not record the rest of the scene, which consists of Cassandra finding a level 0 scroll in the bookstore.
What spell is it?
Well, you can't open it because you haven't bought it.
It doesn't say on it?
No, it's just labeled like spell, like -0, and it's 25
Okay.
gold pieces.
I'm gonna bring it up to. Is there a clerk or something?
Not that you see, but there's like a checkout counter.
Okay, I'll go up to the checkout counter.
Sure.
Is
And
anyone
as you
there?
go up there, you see a little bell on the table that you can kind of ring.
Okay. I'll look around to see if there's any workers. If not, then I'll ring the bell.
Okay, so after a moment, you hear coming, and a young gentleman walks out, a little harried, like it looks like he was in the middle of putting things away, and he sees you and goes, "Oh, hello! How can I help you?"
Hi. I was just wondering what scroll this is.
Oh, that's just like some scroll that my grandpa had in his collection. We don't know what it is really.
Oh.
Couldn't tell you. Sorry.
Oh, so do you even know like if it's a cantrip or a spell or like how powerful it is? Don't know
It's
anything
not
at all?
exceptionally powerful.
Okay.
You would infer that the 0 on it is for cantrip,
Mm.
as it is 25 gold pieces.
Mm. Okay. Oh, do I want it? Do I not? Let's see. How about, since you don't know anything about it, 10 gold pieces?
Sorry, ma'am, the prices are set.
Are they? Okay.
If you like to bargain, I would suggest you check out Penny's Priceless Pieces.
What is that?
It's the shop across the way. It's run by
Mhm.
Penny. She
Mhm.
is a magic item broker. She handles the importing, exporting, and auctioning of magical items to the community.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to be rude. This is my first time here.
Yeah, no, you guys, somebody tries, haggling and whatnot. But yeah, I mean, our prices are pretty reasonable as they are, and we don't get a lot of these scrolls in the first place. We don't have a lot of them, so prices are set.
Okay. Do you have any other rarer books that you perhaps would keep not on the shelves or anything?
Are you looking for anything in particular?
Just ask him for my discipline.
You're asking in regards to travel or discipline?
Yeah. Yeah.
The guy's gonna say, that's definitely really rare. I don't have anything right now. Sorry, ma'am.
Okay. Sounds good. If you ever do, then I'll come back every once in a while. I do love books, so if you ever have anything, then if you could hold on to it, that'd be great. I would love to buy it.
Honestly, we're not like a specialty bookstore. We don't get a lot of super specific topics of that sort. Like a lot of, and he gestures around, we don't really get a lot of really specific books. A lot of our books are more for reading leisure. We have a lot of big readers in the community. They like reading, the newest fantasy and fiction books.
Ooh, okay. Okay, never mind then.
Yeah, so
I'll
I
take the
mean, the
scroll.
stuff that you're looking for, you're probably going to find it more in your school's library than anything.
Yeah. Okay. I like owning books, so all right. Thank you. I will take the scroll though.
Okay, that'll be 25 gold pieces.
Okay. We'll take it.
Okay, so go ahead and just subtract 25 gold pieces from your thing.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, and with this, I'm just going to allow you to pick one from your wizard spell list, cantrip, whatever.
Yay. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'm not going to deal with the
Yay.
super specific details.
Okay.
Okay.
John Baptiste walks over
It's interesting.
and says, "Excuse me, sir. Does your establishment sell tabloid magazines?"
Yes, and he looks very confused, but he points towards a rack filled with tabloid magazines.
Do you know if any of those fine publications are locally produced?
Well, there's the Olympia Herald.
Oh, that sounds like a newspaper. I'm looking for the gossip.
There is a gossip column there, sir. It's written by Penny.
I'm not familiar with Penny, but I will go check out this rack.
Penny is the owner behind Penny's Priceless Pieces. Her shop's right across the grassy knoll.
Thank you. So he's looking for tabloid magazines because local rumors of the strange and curious are often spirits. So he wants to see what
I
he can
see.
find out. If there's something there that looks local, he would like to purchase it.
Yeah, so like the man says, you find the Olympia Herald. It is a newspaper, but as you look on as you kind of open it and look on the back, you do see like a gossip column written by Penny. And you would need to take time to sit and read it to.
No,
to
he's not
get
going to
what
read
the
it.
contents are.
No, he's just going
You're
to
just
buy
gonna
it.
buy it.
Yeah. Or charge it to a school card or whatever.
Yeah, so it's gonna be like 2 gold pieces. I need to convert these back to dollars because I already forgot the conversions again.
Yeah,
so make
you
notes
can-
of what you guys charge because yeah. Well, you pay 25 for a scroll, which is kind of set in D&D.
It seems pricey for a newspaper,
2
but
gold pieces.
Wait, 2 gold pieces? That's like
Yeah.
$100.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Well,
Yeah.
we've established that.
Wasn't it
For the
like a
newspaper.
copper is $1?
Well, but in typical D&D, it's 25 gold pieces for like a level 0 scroll.
Yeah, no, that's
No, no,
fine.
no,
The
no.
newspaper.
The
A newspaper would be like-
newspaper.
A newspaper would have been like $1, probably. So we'll say it's
So,
$1. Just subtract the conversion of it. 1
well,
copper.
that's what I'm saying. If you just want to detract that from my school funds or what have you,
Yeah,
we
so
figure
go
out
ahead
a
and just
price.
subtract 1 copper, $1. Make notes.
I have made a note.
Okay, cool.
Hmm.
All right. So, anyone else want to buy something from the bookstore?
No, I don't have anything for the bookstore.
Game wants
Cool.
to go to the magic shop, Penny's.
Pennies.
Penny-
Okay.
That sounds-
Pennies
that's
Priceless Pieces
sounds
is the
interesting.
green building opposite of the bookstore.
Where is the Three Sisters Sanctuary? I want to check.
It's going to be off map,
Got it. And
unfortunately.
Ambrosia?
Ambrosia is also going to be off map. So Ambrosia is the vineyard / nightclub.
Got it. And what's the Three Sisters Sanctuary?
It's a rescue.
Got it. Definitely want to check that out. But Penny's Prices Pieces first?
So, like I said, it's going to be in the building across.
Zooming out.
So, are all of you guys going?
Yeah, I'll head over.
Cool.
If we're
Yes.
sticking together, yeah.
So, as you guys walk in, you guys see a rather tall, beautiful in an otherworldly way, sort of feminine figure with pale blue scales for skin. Her head is a nest of slithering snakes that hiss with their forked tongues and stare at you with bright red eyes. Penny, or you assume she's Penny, is dressed in a rather form-fitting dress that somehow both covers and reveals her assets at the same time. Her bright red eyes turn towards you as her lips curve upwards in amusement. And she says, "Well, hello. You must be the new fletchlings."
Hi.
She's oddly enchanting. She's very beautiful. But all of your danger senses tingle, for all of you. You see her and you get the immediate impression that she's dangerous.
Alex just puts his hand over his holy symbol.
Oh, don't worry. I won't be turning anybody to stone today. I wear special contacts.
Okay.
And as you guys take a look around, you notice that this shop is a bit of a mess. There's no rhyme or rhythm to the way items are displayed. They appear chaotically placed in no discernible category. There are vases balanced on top of stacked books, jewelry and teacups, clothing just haphazardly piled on top of furniture, and so on and so forth. However, Penny appears perfectly comfortable with the mess. Can I help you find anything?
You see, I was just looking at one of my spell components I'm going to need.
Did you buy the package?
Would it have 2 platinum rings worth 50 gold pieces in it for
It would have
warding bond?
everything. So it would have everything but non-consumable materials. So wait, everything but consumable materials. If it's a consumable material, you need to purchase it.
Right, then I believe for one of them I need 50. I need roughly 50 golds worth of ruby dust because continual flame does.
You need 50 gold pieces worth of ruby dust?
Yeah, because it does consume it.
Okay. So are you asking her?
Roughly how much ruby dust would you have?
Well, I can always make some. How much you need?
I'll get about 3 uses worth of it. So, 150 gold pieces worth?
I think I can find something like that for you. Give me a couple of moments. And she rummages around under the counter, pulls out a handful of rubies, and starts puts it into a mortar and pestle and starts grinding it up. And she says, "So, what's your story, handsome?"
I'm a stitcher, and
Okay.
I'm a cleric of Artemis.
Oh, Artemis, huh? I see.
I'm gonna put that down.
Yeah, so she finishes grinding it up, passes you a little velvet bag that's filled with 150 gold pieces worth of ruby dust.
Thank you.
Anything else for the rest of you?
Is this just a potion ingredient shop?
No, so this is, Mr. Gold's shop in Once Upon a Time?
Yeah.
Kind
so
of like
a
that.
pawn
So
shop.
she's a magic item broker. She just has a whole bunch of shit that she imports, exports, and auctions off. Most of it is magical items, but she handles other expensive auction-worthy things as well.
Is there anything there that catches my eye?
What's Demetrius looking for? Is it mostly weapons, or is it something that looks expensive, something that looks like an accessory? What's he looking for?
I was looking for either a piece of jewelry or something. Something fancy-esque.
Fancier than the signet ring that you wear on your finger?
Yeah, this will be for Andrea.
Oh, for your fiance?
Mm.
You're looking for a gift for Adriana, your fiance?
Adriana, yes.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Your
So,
fiance?
well, this is out of game, right? So you don't know that.
Yeah.
But you do see some awfully expensive looking pieces of jewelry. You see a nice set. You think it's diamond. It's sparkling very nicely. It's a necklace and earrings.
The set?
Yeah. Having
just
something catch your eye?
I'm just taking a look at a few things. How much is this?
And you gesture towards the
The the set.
Yeah. Oh, this is a little special. Belonged to a duchess of some prestige. I'll let it go for 400 gold pieces.
Continue browsing.
Okay.
Say okay, thank you. Continue.
James would like to look for any magical items.
Any in particular?
No, just saying whatever's what all is available.
Okay. So as you're looking around trying to find magical items, your theurge senses tingle. God damn it. Now I'm stuck with spidey senses being theurge senses.
That's what I was.
You're
That's
stuck
what I
with
was
theurge
thinking.
senses.
That's fine.
Your theurge senses tingle and a voice whispers to you. Or tries to whisper to you. You feel your inner theurge voice trying to make contact.
I'll try to kind of make contact, I guess, kind of withdraw.
So you feel your senses kind of expanding as you're looking around, and you feel like there are a lot of magical items in this place. And you feel like maybe trying to narrow down what you could possibly be looking for. Are you looking for something for yourself?
Yes. Something to help enhance abilities or protection or something like utility.
So, James, you find yourself being drawn to an elegant looking belt. You're not quite sure what it does, but it kind of calls to you.
Okay.
Not like actually calling to you, but like you feel
Right.
yourself drawn to it. I need to clarify because something called to Cassandra earlier.
Right. James will walk over and kind of pick it up. Madam, what does this belt do?
Oh, interested in this, huh? Well, it's a very useful utility belt that enhances your abilities. Are you interested?
I am. What abilities do they enhance?
Well, that's going to be for you to find out. It's a little different per user from what I've been told.
Interesting. How much is it? How much is
Huh. So I didn't think out prices for any of these things, guys. Oops.
it?
Well, it's a little pricey, but I am willing to let it go in exchange for some community service.
What sort?
Well, in case they didn't tell you, first year students are expected to contribute 100 hours of community service as part of the program and in order to graduate. So say you spend 20 hours helping me organize the shop and you can have it.
Seems fair to me.
All right. I will send the form to your school and you can sign it and pick up this utility belt next time I see you.
Plan. Thank you, madam.
James, as you walk out, you feel like you just signed your soul away. Just kidding. Just kidding.
And now I'm a warlock.
You're a bitch to a gorgon.
Before Demetrius leaves, can you try to haggle? Does he think haggling would work for the jewelry set?
I don't know. Do you think haggling will work for the jewelry set, Demetrius? How low are you trying to haggle?
50%.
Oh boy, you're bold.
And as Alex walks out with James, he pats Demetrius on the back and casts guidance.
He's gonna need it.
I am not going to let that go.
Wait,
young
he
man.
has a D4. You can add a D4.
So you're for 22. I mean, 18 plus.
Whatever he rolls.
Yeah, you want to roll your 1d4? So a 21. She says, I'm willing to let it go for 200 and 10 hours of community service. You can join your friend here. And she gestures towards James.
John Baptiste kind of coughs when he hears about this community service thing. Clears his throat.
That was
You know what? He'll take it.
Okay. I thought you were super wealthy, Demetrius. You didn't need all that money. Shit.
No.
I'm kidding. Okay, so she says the same thing. She says, I'll send the form to your school. Once you sign it and I receive it, you can pick this up next time. But she does remove the items in question and kind of places it under the counter out of sight. So you assume she's good to her word.
So while everyone is doing shopping, John Baptiste is walking around the store looking to see if there's any spirit essence that's being contained as in any of these as a vessel or something, just to make sure there's none any bad spirits floating around.
You can roll me an investigation check for that.
Okay. He's trying to, I mean, this is tied to Conjurer, so.
Oh, yeah, I guess. Are
I
you
will-
looking super intently or just a passing glance?
No, he's going over the like everything as people are walking around exploring the shop. He's going around with them, feeling out for spirits.
Okay, you wouldn't detect anything in the sense of like spirits being contained.
Okay.
As you guys walk out of the bookstore, you guys smell the smell of just amazing food. It just smells so good.
Is it what
Wait.
about what time is it?
It's early afternoon-ish, like 1 o'clock, 1:30.
Lunch
You
and
guys have
then
spent a good few hours browsing these 3 bookstores already, so it is getting to that time. Your stomachs start grumbling. Everything smells amazing.
Wait, Cassandra
Lunch.
wanted to see if there are books in that store.
There are.
Is there anything spell-like?
How do you determine if there's anything spell-like?
I'm assuming they have names on the sides.
They do, but you also remember that you're in a magical community, and so the word magic is probably on like a bunch of books and materials.
Yeah, well, wouldn't it say like advanced spellbook, vintage spellbook, something like that?
You don't see spell books.
Okay, I'll come back some other time.
Yeah. So lunchtime?
lunchtime.
Cool. So you guys follow the smell, passing Mariana and her mentor, Renee. The smell's coming from this building here, the one right next door, with the 4 blue things in the little tables. And you assume that this is the food court. And as you walk in, you see a familiar face waiting in line to buy food. You see Garrett, the first-year student.
Sup? Hey, Garrett.
Hey, like, this food's really good, guys. He's got like a platter of something in his hands. He's like, yeah, like if you decide to try the choose your fate diner, like you don't know what you're gonna get, but it's good.
All this talk about food is making Nick hungry.
Yeah, same.
It's making Kelly hungry too. And I wrote out descriptions for all of these, so you get to suffer with me.
It is becoming.
Are you
I'm
guys looking
currently
around the food
eating,
court?
so this is great.
Yeah,
Like I said, there are 5 food court options. There's the Drink for Your Life, which is the smoothie store, the Olympia Village Groceries, which is a grocery store that's set up like farmers market style, a Taste of Home, which offers traditional and modern Mediterranean food, Olympian Burgers, your typical burger joint, and the Choose Your Fate Diner, which comes highly recommended by Garrett, first-year student.
No, Garrett's been always kind of shifty.
I'm going to the diner.
The Choose
Yeah,
Your Fate Diner?
yeah. First time here. Let's go with the more non-conventional. Yeah.
Sure.
Let's do it.
So as you walk up to like the little stall kind of setup, you notice that there's no menu. And as you peer inside, you see what looks like a seemingly ever-changing number of grandmas who are cooking. And as you walk up, one of the grandmas comes over to you and goes, "Oh, hello. Do you have any allergies?
Not yet.
Not that I'm aware of.
Same
And how many today?"
5, right? There's 5 of us.
Are we all eating here? Then yeah, 5.
Yeah, 5.
It'll be 1 silver piece per meal, so 5 silver pieces total.
Oh,
So
we had a silver piece.
So you guys pay separately, whatever, and you guys see like 5 ladies walking up, grabbing woks or cooking pans or whatever, and random ingredients, and they all look different. And the lady takes your money and she says, "It'll be 10 minutes. We'll bring it right out. Take a seat."
Jean Baptiste sits down, takes out the gossip rag, and starts reading it.
Okay.
Alex will sit down and
Sandra's gonna work on the riddle.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm so very stumped about this riddle.
let's think about that riddle a little bit. And I would also like to check out the sanctuary while we're still here.
Okay, so the sanctuary is going to be a little bit of a walk for you. Like, it's going to take you probably 10, 15 minutes to get there if you're walking now. So are you doing that now, Alex?
That would be after we eat.
Okay. So as you guys are kind of sitting there chit-chatting, one of the grandmas comes over with like a large platter, and she sets down 5 different dishes in front of you. There's like what looks like a seafood dish. There's a pasta dish, something with rice, something that looks like soup, something fried. Is that 5 dishes? I can't count.
Jean
And-
Baptiste has already grabbed the seafood platter.
And it, regardless of whichever dish you guys take, it is absolutely incredible, amazing. You guys have never had anything this good. Like, you would give it like 5 stars on Yelp. There are also cups so that you guys can like grab drinks from like the soda fountain or the juice fountain, whatever your choice is.
Okay, because
I'll
Sandra's
stick
going to be
with
working
the-
on the riddle. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, that's fine. I'll stick with the rum I brought with me.
Okay.
Demetrius goes for unsweet iced tea.
As you guys are enjoying your food, a figure walks in. He is humanoid and wears a standard sheriff uniform minus the hat. There's a gold star pinned to his left chest that proclaims his authority. His skin is gray, like stone, and he wears a golden mask over his face. And there's a rune inscribed on the forehead of the mask, but you can't quite make out what it means. And you would infer that this is the village sheriff. He walks around, doesn't really say anything to anybody, just kind of like takes a quick peek around to make sure things are orderly, no chaos, and he walks out.
Alex gives a quick glance to Demetrius. I know what you're thinking, but no.
Whatever do you mean?
You have a history of challenging authority.
Challenge authority? I am appalled that you would say that.
Romanov, the mayor.
Getting arrested, all the good things. As you guys sit and eat, you guys see Sylvie and Callan walking in, holding hands as they go to the smoothie store.
Hmm.
Did you just ship 2 of our characters?
No, Callan is an NPC. He's a 5th-year student.
Callan.
Callan.
Okay. Callan. Okay.
Callan.
I heard Talrind, and I was like, what are you
No.
doing?
No.
Okay.
But I mean, so you guys learned out of game that Demetrius has a fiance. Well, I mean, he is from a noble family. Sylvie is also from a noble family, so it makes sense that she would be being courted or engaged or involved with somebody.
Yeah. No, I'm fine with her being like involved with somebody else if she's not my
What's
character
wrong
this
with
campaign.
Telrind? Can Telrind not
Yeah,
just
Betty,
do
what's wrong
one
with
up?
Callan?
I
Well,
just
for
thought that
one,
it was,
I feel
like
like the
super
Sylvie in
awkward
this
to, like,
world
ship,
probably
like,
goes for like
2
older
players
men,
characters.
and Callan is younger. Just saying.
I
But
mean,
also,
she-
Callan is like a modern day Prince Charming. Like, that's what I think of him as. So I feel like he'd be hopelessly fascinated and like enthralled with Sylvie, and like he's been courting her for a while, and in true noble fashion, she would have like rebuffed him until she's like, I guess you've worked hard and you are from a good family, and I mean, if we married, it would strengthen our houses, so sure.
Well, Telrind is regularly handsome, so
He is. He is very handsome.
any girl would be lucky to have him.
Absolutely.
No offense to Talrin, I was just surprised that Kelly went
No, yeah.
full towards shipping 2 players' characters without
No.
asking. Granted, it's an
no.
interesting campaign, but
Yeah.
I mean, she takes liberties. She put she got Ruga to wear a shirt. So
it's fair. It's fair.
Well, to be fair, I don't have a lot of male like NPC character tokens saved that like I liked. So I was like, well, he is kind of handsome, and I guess Ruga would be like well dressed, so why not? Also,
Like a
I didn't
vampire.
remember what Ruga looked like, and I mean, I couldn't use the barbarian image that Caleb had for Grimm's Telrind
I know.
for modern day. So I'm pretty sure you can't walk around in public without a shirt, depending on where you are. So, there's that. Anyways, you guys, so as you guys are sitting eating, you guys see a bunch of your classmates kind of wandering in and out, and you guys get glimpses into their lives.
Yeah. So, it seems like you two got involved with some community service.
Well, I mean, I figured I didn't have to pay for it directly, so I mean,
That is a good thing.
it's just organizing, so I think I can survive about a day's worth of.
Well, she says it's just organizing.
That's fine. It's better than having to pay for it.
Hmm. I wonder what that sanctuary is about.
Definitely go check it out once we're done here.
Kelly, can I
Yeah.
have a hint? Can I?
Hmm.
Is this a name
Right,
that we
the
would
riddle.
actually know?
500 begins it. 500 ends it. 5 in the middle is seen.
Yes. Well, you should recognize it. I would be surprised if you didn't.
Okay.
did,
Okay, so here's my hint. You gotta think in a different language.
did
Isn't it
Demetrius,
0?
Huh?
Maybe.
What 0?
Possibly the answer.
Wait, we have to think in a different language?
Sort of. So,
What
my
language?
hint to you. Okay, think about the scope of the world you're in. This is a world that worships. I mean, worships Greek pantheon. You pull from a lot of Greek and Roman things. So,
Oh,
what's
see.
another way of expressing a lot of numbers?
I see what you mean.
did Demetrius end up pulling the name or the answer?
No, you ended up pissing off the village mayor.
Well, maybe I got the answer anyway.
No.
Eh.
Oh,
When you tried to probe, you met resistance, like implicating that there's something protecting. There are ways to protect against mental invasion, as you yourself learned with the patches on the back of your neck.
This isn't fair.
Says the
oh
guy
my gosh,
who
I know what this
hates
is.
his thing invaded. Okay, if you think you know it, you can present your answer to Mayor Eldridge.
Oh my god, Kelly.
What?
Okay, wait, do you want me to say it or what are we doing?
You can present it to Mayor Eldridge.
Well, no, do we have to do it separately? Do you want me to say it out loud right now? or do you-
Only one person can present the answer to Mayor Eldridge and get the prize. It's not you don't each get one. It's one prize for the entire group or to the person
Okay.
who does it.
Oh, okay. Then I'm gonna reason aloud my thing. So it says 500 begins it, 500 ends it, 5 in the middle is seen. So Roman numerals, 500 is a D. So a D in the beginning, a D at the end, 5 in the middle. So Roman numerals 5 is a V. So D something V something D. First of all letters is an A. First of all numbers is a 0 or 1, depending on where you start. But a 1 looks like an I. So you put it all together, and it says David, basically.
So you name it Anime King. That makes sense.
I was thinking
Yeah.
about is this like a king of Roman emperor or something. Like, I don't know that many of those, but okay. Am I right? Is it David?
You gotta present it to Mayor Aldridge.
You said
keep
I
asking
present it to
me.
you. You said I
I'm not
present
the
it
one
to
giving the
you.
prize. It's Mayor Aldridge.
Okay,
Please will
well,
quickly run. No.
I mean, if you want to give me the answer, you don't get the prize.
I'll go tell
okay.
him.
And now you guys don't get to fight each other over who gets to present the answer.
Okay, Cassandra's gonna jump up when she knows it because she was very into this riddle. I've been like messaging Cecil about how annoyed I am that I don't understand what it is because it seems easy. So I've been like doing this in the background. Okay, so Cassandra's gonna jump up when she knows and like leave all of her food and just like go find Mayor Aldridge.
Running out. You find Mayor Aldridge more or less in the same spot where he greeted you guys with the riddle earlier. He's kind of having almost like an open, almost not quite town hall, but he's speaking with citizens and just making conversation. He looks very relaxed, like he does this all the time.
Okay.
But as you approach, he looks up and goes, "Do we have an answer already?"
Yes, I think I do. I think I have the answer.
Tell me, young one, what do you think the answer is?
So I think the answer is David.
And is this your final answer?
Yes.
Then you are correct! Congratulations, my talented little fledgling! Here is your prize! And he reaches into the pocket of his blazer, coat, jacket, suit thingy, and he pulls out a piece of paper and he says, "Here is the prize! A coupon to the smoothie shop!"
Oh, okay. Cassandra's gonna be like, "Oh, okay, thank you, Mayor Aldridge." So she'll take it and then she'll like walk back and try not to seem disappointed.
Do you take a look at the smoothie coupon thing?
I'll take it from him. I'll look at it like once I'm further away so that like, yeah.
It says, "This coupon entitles you to one specialty smoothie courtesy of Mayor Aldridge."
Okay. I'm just going to go directly to the smoothie shop and get my smoothie.
Okay. So, Cassandra.
I'll come back and then I'll sit down.
Okay, but you go to the smoothie shop. So, you go to Drink for Your Life, which is a smoothie still that doubles as an apothecary and offers a specialty drink, only available via Mayor Aldridge's coupon. As you walk up, you smell a variety of fresh and sweet fruits. There are a variety of fruits piled up on the back counter and containers of freshly cut fruit in neatly labeled containers by the glass counter at the front of the shop, so that customers can select the ingredients for their drinks. There are bundled herbs drying on one wall, and on the adjacent wall, there are potted plants placed on floating shelves to receive maximum sunlight. The woman behind the counter looks at you, smiles, and takes your coupon and says, "Oh, congratulations! You answered Mayor Aldridge's riddle! How wonderful!"
I did.
Yeah, this smoothie is only available via his coupon. It's a special one. It has special properties, you could say.
What properties does it have?
She hands you the smoothie and says, "You'll find out."
Okay. Well, thank you.
She smiles brightly at you, hands you your smoothie, and turns back to take an order from the next customer.
Okay. What color is it?
It is like a purple-ish color.
Okay.
You saw raspberries being put into it.
Okay. I'll just go back and sit down. I won't drink it until I'm back at the table.
Okay.
Sit down and say, "Well, this was my prize. Smoothie. Ew." Oh, take a sip.
As you take a sip, the smoothie is delicious and super refreshing, and you feel so invigorated. You feel like you could do anything. Cassandra,
Mm-hmm.
this specialty drink will restore up to 2 first or second level spell slots
Okay.
for future reference.
How is it a fresh smoothie?
Yeah, she just made it for you.
Well, yeah, but I'm wondering like how long does it store for?
In a 24-hour period. But I mean, are you at full health right now? You probably are, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, it won't do anything for you right now, but next time.
Okay.
In
So
the future, if we are near death, we come here, solve that riddle, grab that smoothie.
I feel like there are better ways to save you if you are near death than getting a smoothie that restores 2 first or second level spell slots.
Hey, being able to be cast to cure wounds.
True. You could also see if you can buy some health potions or make some.
No, we're not there
Okay,
yet.
I guess. True, you're not there yet. But you were just so disappointed when you were like, I got a coupon for a smoothie.
wait,
By the way,
okay,
this
so
was
then-
David's idea. Of course. But as you drink it, it's just a really good smoothie. Like, you love it. It's insanely delicious. Probably the best
Okay.
smoothie you've ever had. You feel
Okay.
energized, you feel invigorated, you feel good.
Well, okay. I will. Do I have to like keep it until I want to use it or something? Or
No, it's like a one-time use thing. You drink it. You don't like portion it out or anything.
yeah. But okay, so then like the next time that we fight, then I'll just magically restore my spells.
Oh, so this would be within a 24-hour period. So if you fight in the next 24 hours and you use 1 or 2, like a couple first or second level spell
Okay.
slots, you can have those back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Okay. Cool.
Okay. But it's also the weekend, like Saturday. So unless you guys experience combat on a Sunday, it's probably just going to be a really good smoothie that you drink and you now know for future reference, this is something you can do.
Yeah. Oh well.
Yeah. And I mean, from your interaction with Mary Aldridge, you feel like he does this a lot. He just loves handing out riddles and interacting with people this way.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay. So Alex wanted to explore the Three Sisters Sanctuary after lunch.
Yes.
Okay. As you guys step outside, you see 3 identical looking figures in the middle of the grassy area.
Is it Garrett?
No. So there's clearly no mistaking who or what they are. They're nature dryads. While they are humanoid in form, they have torsos that are somehow both pale green flesh but also forest that cover every facet of their bodies. And one only needs to blink to miss them because they blend in so well with their surroundings. Their limbs appear wooden but fully functional. Their hair is a wild tangle of vines and leaves and moss. I forgot to show you guys. They wear long skirts that appear to be made from plants and flowers. Out of game, their names are Claire, Clara, and Clarissa. They run a nature sanctuary with an enchanted grove for rescued magical creatures. Some of the creatures currently under their care include, but are not limited to, unicorns, pegasi, and griffins. So you see them kind of just standing around chit-chatting. You see Alyssa and another older student walking up, talking with them. Alyssa looks really excited. You assume she's talking about, probably the sanctuary that she helps out at. And she doesn't see you guys approaching, if you guys decide to approach, because she's so engrossed in conversation.
Alex would approach, kind of shaking nervously a little bit as he does.
Aww. So as you walk closer, you hear Alyssa kind of talking like, oh yes, and the Pegasi are just about ready to take flight, and I mean, I don't know if it's safe for them to do so if they're pregnant, but like, we definitely have nesting materials ready for them in case they choose to do so. And the attention of all 3 dryads turns to you, Alex, as you approach. And Alyssa breaks off in conversation as she sees this, turns around and says, oh, hey, Alex, how are you? How are you liking Olympia Village?
It's a little bit to take in at first, but it's pretty nice overall.
Yeah, like you're basically sworn to secrecy about it. So it's a thing that we do for each year. So sorry, couldn't tell you about it. Nobody told us about it, and it's pretty benign as far as hazing goes, you know?
Alex gives a smile. It's no big deal.
Yeah. So meet Claire, Clara, and Clarissa. These are the dryads who run the Three Sisters Sanctuary. Oh, hey, yeah. So since you are like drawn to nature and everything, and you do need to have 100 community service hours, do you want to volunteer with the Three Sisters?
Would that be possible? As he kind of starts looking towards the sisters.
They smile at you and they say, yes, you are one of Artemis's chosen. But regardless of which god or goddess you serve, as long as you treat nature with respect, you are welcome at the sanctuary.
Thank you.
We will send the forms to your school so that you may spend your time with us outside of class.
Alex gives a slight bow. Thank you. I will fill them out as soon as I can.
They smile at you and bid you adieu. Does anybody else have anything specific that they want to look at before we wrap it up for the day?
Nothing for John Baptiste.
No, that was just about it. I went to go see about signing up for community service.
Okay. All right. So, if there's nothing else, then this is where we're going to end it. You guys are going to spend the rest of your day exploring the interesting village of Olympia and its inhabitants, getting familiar with this place because hopefully you'll be coming back. And to be continued. Until next time, bye.
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 Guys.
Bye. Thanks for listening. For more information about the world of Arcadia Academy, please check out our website, Bookwyrms and Catdragons.com. That is book, W-Y-R-M-S, and Catdragons.com. Everything is spelled exactly how it sounds, except for worms, which is W-Y-R-M-S. And if you like what you're listening to so far, please consider supporting our Patreon, patreon.com/bookworms and catdragons. Patrons get exclusive access to the behind-the-scenes content that you won't find anywhere else, including a new patron shoutout, an invite to patron-only Discord channels, and depending on the tier, access to our Party Talk segments where we discuss sessions, opportunities to name NPCs, chances to submit a signature spell for the world, invitations to monthly Q&As with our team, and so much more. See you next time!
A note for the episode. The riddle presented by Mayor Aldridge is actually Kelly's favorite riddle. And it was her favorite riddle from before she met David.